Yeah. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Look, crazy 8th degree, nerdcore rap guy. Got into a dual fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the menace, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm Dennis Knight. Sweet to drive, hide-headed, rhymes are Shirley Cole. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, bout to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. When this will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted jewels you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't know this harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can't relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blur's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Thursday and CinemaCon is still unleashing news. So if this is your first time here, I'm your host, Chris Fury, man on the wall, captain of the ship, and welcome to Blur's Eye View. And if you are a returning member, like our friend Mal in the audience right now, welcome back. You always know what it is. We're here to give you some entertainment, educate a little bit, and encourage you at the same time. So stay tuned for all that great stuff that's happening. First, let's bring up my second in command. I love this girl. I love this woman. She keeps me in line. She keeps the ship in line. Lady Mandalore.
The Weather Witch. Hi. I'm so loud. I'm so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm excited. Hi.
You have I see you have your Xbox has come in today. I need to find me a refurbished Xbox now.
They cheat. Get them before. Somebody mess around and make the cost go up for no goddamn reason.
Right. So, that's right. Wipe your feet. Take off your shoes.
Welcome.
This is holy ground. You step on.
Don't bring the outside inside.
Don't bring the outside inside, please. How's your week been so far, Lady Man?
Well.
Considering.
Well, your girl's gonna be gaming. Your girl's gonna be gaming again. I was gaming on PlayStation. Oh, and I got a capture card, and I'm gonna start streaming like a big girl. And I also, I'm gonna say this now. I secured the code, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I secured the code. Your girl.
If you've been paying attention to us and a certain gaming company coming out of our neighbors into the north.
Shout out to Compulsion Games and Xbox.
There you go.
Your girl gonna be streaming her very first game of South of Midnight on the Xbox. I can't wait.
I don't. You know what? I just realized I got a Game Pass on. I got a whole. My laptop is a gaming laptop. It's a whole setup for Xbox. I'm gonna just go sign up for that. Just call it a day. I don't need the system itself. Just go ahead and do that. Our shipwright is in the building. Black Spartan.
Right. Hi. Hello.
That's a look. That's a look of jealousy.
No.
Or envy.
Nope.
Nope.
Because Kira has just gave me my entertainment when I need to put the kiddos to sleep. I told her watching her gaming stream and occasionally helping her out is like my new entertainment now.
I want people out there to understand something. If you've been following the show from the inception, which has been 5 years, so you know that Candy B and DC, who's over at What the Shit, they were the original core members, and always what we call legacy members. But the crew I have now, like family. I don't mean to use the Fast and Furious line, but family.
Oh God!
At least you didn't say it with a Corona in your hand. Really, Kira? I was just playing. Did you really just have a Corona?
No, we're better. We're better than that. We're better than that. Okay. Imported wines.
A good one is good. Nice ice cold wine.
I always wanted whiskey and moonshine drinker myself, but to each their own.
Hey, you know what? Whiskey does kill parasites, so I mean,
does not lead to scurvy.
Although I'm not against rum.
No.
After finding out that I have a little bit of Caribbean roots, I'm not against rum.
Oh, now suddenly they let him in the club, y'all.
Hey, my rum knowledge is not as strong as my whiskey knowledge, so I tread lightly.
Unless
it sneaks up on you.
If you don't want to have more kids, stay away from that cockspur. I'm just letting you know right now.
Oh, we good. Your boy followed the Bob Barker treatment. I'm good.
And we're not even. We're past the 5-minute mark, so we're good.
He ain't seen nothing wrong. He ain't seen nothing crazy. Don't nobody remember Bob Barker that would be offended in this day and age anyway.
It'll take a while for some people. Some people are born after 96 will be like, huh? Everybody else?
Our very own Nail Smith, nail technician extraordinaire.
Ooh, nail tactician. Ooh,
nail tactician. Yeah, nail tactician.
That sounds better.
I like that. The nail tactician. Yeah. Whoopty freaky dudes in the building.
That was your whole face.
In consumption.
Sponsor me.
In big consumption over there.
You good, baby?
It's been a day.
It's margarita. Straight margarita.
Look. Hey,
I'm not judging.
We all have a way. We all have a way. Trust me.
Hold on.
Today was it's a nugget day for me. If you're eating nuggets, you're just like, I don't want to be bothered with any adulting right now.
Wait, neighbor, sister, friend. Was that margarita in a bag?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Frozen margarita in a bag.
Hey, look, enjoy it, because I know me and Whoopty right now, Mother Nature does not like us.
Yes, y'all are in the line of Tornado Alley.
Whoever ticked off that help us apologize.
I want to know who pissed off the pollen and how quickly we can apologize, because I'm dying.
I mean, between tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, and I'm like, it's like a line. It's like Mother Nature clocked. It's like Mother Nature was called in on her off day, and just everybody was going to catch her wrath.
Is this normal for this time of year?
It is.
Okay.
Well, the extreme of it isn't, but we are in tornado. Well,
we are in tornado season. We are in tornado season as far as the Midwest and the South, but not this bad.
I wish I could show you.
It started off like, you don't want to wait till. Okay, we'll start now.
Like
It's too
a
hot.
tornado every once in a while. It's like, okay, it's like here sporadically. No,
Right.
last night was like line them up.
It's too hot for the AC, but it's too cold to leave your windows closed.
Mm-hmm.
And my floor is green because the pollen is coming through the windows behind me. I'm
I
dying.
love you. I'm never coming down there.
Come after May, you'll be
I was
fine.
confused.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Come
my
after May, you'll be
goodness.
fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, stay where you are. Deal with hurricane and weather like that in New York. The South is a roulette wheel of destruction. You can be taken out by lightning, you can be taken out by wind, you can be taken out by water, or you can go for the trifecta.
Meanwhile, in Northeast Ohio, we have a hellmouth. I'm just saying that the past 2 years of weather here in Cleveland have been unpredictable beyond measure.
How do y'all have 4 seasons in one day?
Yeah.
Sir, last night I left my job last night. In the morning, it was comfortable. It wasn't too cold, but you put a jacket on, you put your shoes on, you go out your house. I left my job at 6 p.m. I think it was 60 degrees when I checked in the morning when the sun was out. It turned to 30 degrees when I left. And now it is approximately 70 degrees outside at night.
Mother Nature just said, yeah.
She a hoe. She a bitch with her shit right now. I'm gonna tell you. But
either that or the big man upstairs that says we have got to get this one off the board, unload everything.
I feel bad for every weather analyst person right now that's trying to give the news like, what's the weather? Take a shot first. Take a shot.
We do have a weather state. We do have a news station up here. It's Channel 19. Shout out to I have a friend that works at Channel 19, but their weatherman, every time I've turned to him because I watch Fox 8.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I turn to Channel 19 and he does the weather, it's literally buckle up, folks. It's gonna be a while. I'm like, damn, dude, just woke up. It's like it ain't even 5:30. Like, come on.
Look, it was like that last night. It got so bad. We got into our little bathroom area downstairs, and we're playing merry-go-round. I'm like, okay, it's cool to come out. Nope, go back in. Cool to come out. Nope, go back in. After a while, it's like, you know what? If it's just my time, just put the kids in there. The life insurance policy paid up because I'm going to bed. Y'all can stay in the bathroom, huddle up, and be safe. I'm tired.
He's like, I gotta lay down. I've done that before. It was 2 years ago, and here in Cleveland hadn't had a tornado in almost 60 years, and one hit at the time. My wife was working third shift, and it hit near her job. But because she had no windows, she didn't even realize a tornado had hit. Dang. And it hit like maybe down. She works at VA. It hit like down. It hit a church that had been there for quite some time. Next to the Cleveland Clinic, ripped the roof off of it. It's still not open to this day.
Now, see, I wouldn't mind a hospital downtown. Them structures are kind of set up to take a hit, but 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna know someone's out there because there's no windows.
Right. So. Our boots on the ground is in the building. Far ITV was happening.
Hey, what it is,
what is happening, party people?
What's up?
Oh my God. Yeah. Now he said we have weather with borderline personality disorder.
Man,
yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
It's about to rain and thunder outside after being hot this morning. My car has had enough.
Yeah, like you said, Spark. Literally one summer. We had a wildfire, we had a tornado, we had a major flood in an area that never gets a flood, and an earthquake.
I just remember one day we were
hellmouth. Buffy is not lying.
That was one day you said we were live. You went from extreme heat to extreme cold in 8 hours.
Yeah,
I was like, at that point, I'm not coming outside.
It was saying it was gonna be like 70, but it ended up being really closer to 80, and then like at night it was like 40, almost 36.
We had 2 snow days this year in Atlanta. Like, shut everything down snow days. 2 of them within 3 weeks of each other. Things ain't right.
No.
Nah.
So if you don't think he's real,
as the old, what's the old folks say? You better get right before he show up at your door. Does he have to show up?
Hey man, if God don't like ugly ever needed to be proven between that and all the other spiritual stuff coming out this month.
Yeah.
You know what? I said one Marvin Sapp joke, and all of a sudden we got to have severe thunderstorms for the next 4 days. One Marvin Sapp joke.
But you wasn't alone. They were too easy to tell.
I'm just saying.
We had a whole it's timestamp, by the way. We had a whole sermon at the end of last stream.
So yeah, it's so Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer was not wrong when he said there's a hellmouth in Cleveland. There is. Definitely is. So it has been a busy week. As you know, Will, the second half of the show will be covering Daredevil episode 7. But outside of that, there has been a lot of talk. CinemaCon is still going on. They are currently, I believe they're currently doing their Marvel talk right now. So once again, possibly the weirdest time to have a convention, but the best time.
I mean, they putting out hits.
And
unless someone there decides to record and send us stuff of what they see, all you got is words. So all you wordsmith and people that are journalists right now that are being descriptive about what you see, we appreciate you.
Very verbose.
They announced earlier Predator Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I was on board. I'm just waiting on y'all.
Somewhere there's a certain cosplayer like, I was prepared for this.
Hellspawn.
Hellspawn's probably gonna be like,
it is your time.
Him and the entire crew from BlurredCon, right on time.
Sir Julius, Eric the Smoke Moran, they lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, shout out Shauna, who went from Steve Harvey to Predator. That is, if there was
an extreme switch up. That is cosplay at its finest. Where else?
That is a pro.
Where else what other convention can you go to where one year I'm dressing up as Steve Harvey, and then I'm going to be the Predator next year? I'm like, that's a wide variety.
There's a joke right there, but I don't want to chance it with this weather.
Oh no! Don't you dare!
I don't want to chance it with this weather. I don't. Marvin Sapp.
No, you don't want to have another Florida Evans moment again.
No. I'm not.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Oh man! So with all that already with the cinema guy going on. I really don't know where to begin. But we'll start with old girl right here. Megan 2.0 has been announced with a trailer release. And I gotta say, I'm on board.
Just the story for this one. I didn't watch the first one. I have to go back and watch the first one. But the second storyline, I'm
actually really good.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But yeah, this I'm curious about this one too.
It's the first one is really good. It's completely unexpected, and when you actually check it out, you're just like, oh, there's no way, and there's a way. There is a way. Imagine if it was, and I'll just say the first one is, imagine Chucky without the comedy, but it's brutal. So we're gonna check out. We're gonna check out Megan 2.0 right now. Let me see where you're at. There we go. And let's see how this one turns out.
All right.
How do I say goodbye?
I'll admit, there were some bugs in my programming. It's hardly fair to blame me for that.
So hard to say goodbye.
But one thing hasn't changed. I will do whatever it takes to protect Katie. What the hell is this? You put me in this plastic Teletubby?
Prove you can be trusted, maybe we'll give you an upgrade.
Mrs. Forrester, we have a problem. We're hunting an autonomous android named Amelia. She was built using your design for Megan.
How's this
Yeah.
You deleted it.
Apparently you didn't. Nothing in our arsenal can stop her. She's gone rogue, killing anyone who's contributed to her creation.
I think I did it again.
And you and Katie are next.
I know how to stop Amelia. She's getting more powerful. Soon she'll be the most dangerous weapon on the planet. Put me in a body and I'll help you stop her.
You remember what happened last time. You threatened to rip out my tongue and put me in a wheelchair.
I was upset. Look, she wants to help us. Everyone deserves a second chance.
You would like us to rebuild a deranged robot in order to catch another one.
Would you prefer I gave you a printout that you can read at your own pace?
Okay, Megan. Time to give you an upgrade. Anything you'd like to add?
I want to be stronger, faster. Hey, so remember the time I strangled you and set the lab on fire? I want you to know that won't happen again.
Thank you so much.
And while you're at it, make me taller. All right, meat sacks. Let's get to work.
Well, look who came out to play.
I was programmed to protect Katie. The only question is, are you going to stand in my way? Hold on to your vaginas.
I don't care if she did kill 4 people. She is a smoking hot warrior princess.
I'll make you a deal. You can kill Gemma, but don't touch Katie.
Megan.
And Britney Spears thanks you for the check.
She need it.
I'm on board.
I didn't think they. I was curious how they pulled off the first one. I didn't think they could pull off a sequel. But hey,
All I can sit there and say is build an EMP. Somebody in that
right,
somebody in that room needs a backup plan.
They got the who was the sister that played the third Terminator? They got that versus the old model, just in goofier form.
This is gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that one. DEI androids.
I was gonna say, Bishan, come get your daughter.
I need to upgrade it. I need to upgrade the. Oh my god!
Wait, is that Wanda Witch? I mean,
no, I did a clip. I did a clip, and I don't think I have it here, but I did do a clip of. I used the Family Ties music, but it was Vision, Wanda, and then
no. I'm talking about the movie. I'm talking about the movie.
Oh,
is that her?
No. I'm sure they got the same actress that portrayed her because it's been a couple years.
Yeah.
So
No,
I wouldn't be
robot.
surprised.
The new robot looks very similar.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, you think it's no, it's not. It's not Wanda. No,
Right.
No, she is doing some other stuff, but that's not it. No, that's not it.
I want to look it up.
Still, just.
But
I
have seen that woman before. I'm just trying to remember where I've seen her before.
But it is a very Terminator-esque movie. I do give it that. It's like the only way you could beat a machine is to basically upgrade the other machine. That the original is like, yeah. So remember when I tried to kill you and take out the entire lab? Yeah, that won't happen again. I'm like, no. Where's the EMP?
This has the potential of going at least 3, maybe 4.
I will say that it does. It's just that whole part just killed me. But yeah, I had to go back and watch the first one before this one comes out.
The first one is such, and this is under, I think it's at Blumhouse.
Okay, so it's probably
the same people that did Happy Death Day.
Oh, gotcha.
Which once again, completely unexpected. And by the time you got to the second one, you were like, "Wait a minute, what's happening right now?"
Those two are good. Those two
Yeah.
are good.
So you're just like, "Okay, Blumhouse, I see you. I see exactly what you're doing, and I like it."
All right, the older doll chick, the older version doll is Ivana Sakno, and she plays Shin Hati in Ahsoka. She played the underling.
Yes,
The lady
that's
girl underling, whatever.
That's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna hold you. That's gonna be fun. As a matter of fact, a lot of the lineups that they had from CinemaCon, I'm like, oh, we're in for some rides.
CinemaCon made me rewrite my whole entire news slate 4 times. I just said I gave up. At the 4th time, like no.
I literally seen the Predator Badlands right before we went live, and I'm like, you bastards! You just after Tafari put that thing in the group chat, I'm like, yeah, they keep screwing with the lineup.
I thought CinemaCon was over yesterday. Apparently, it's still going. So
tonight's supposed to be the final. Tonight, I double checked on that because I'm like, if you guys are still going Friday, I'm gonna be PO'd. But no, tonight's the final night.
And then that Megan is rated PG-13 or
it's probably rated R.
I would have to think so, but
I think the first one was PG-13, and that was kind of. I know a lot of people scoff at teen-rated horror flicks because it's like you can only do death in such a fashion.
It depends on camera shots and how they set it up.
Is it Final Destination, or is I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of way?
Yeah,
because Final Destination,
like you can get away with it.
Yeah,
you can get away with some stuff, and not only that, but if you have a good direction on how to portray that something tragic happened, you don't have to actually see it.
True.
It can be implied. I don't know if anyone's seen Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah, it can be implied.
Okay, remember the scene where the crazy wife? She wasn't crazy at first, but she started simply going.
Something was wrong with her a little bit.
A little bit. But you know how she gradually started going downhill, and then that scene where she's puking up cherry pits. And you don't actually see the husband take her out, but they're showing a shadow, and you hear the thunk of her doing it.
But was she wrong though?
She wasn't wrong. It was just
I don't mean to be that guy, but it was
one of the few times.
Finish. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the few times where, like, I'm like, she's a Karen, but at this particular time, she's not wrong.
Right.
She just kind of picked up on what Jack was putting down, and it was just like, he ain't right. He ain't right.
Saved it for when she needed it, but no, she wanted to call out.
I mean, it's like Old Boy on Paradise. He wasn't wrong about the black girl. It was just how it was at first.
Yeah,
it's how he said it at first that made me feel like you had racist vibes. But you know, as you watch, it's like, oh, he wasn't wrong at all. I mean, he's still racist, but he wasn't wrong at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got some memories of Jim Crow. They just didn't come to the the front lines today. But yeah, apparently the first one was PG-13. I'm curious if they're going to go upgrade for this one, or maybe a lot of the brutality will be in the robot fight, though. Samurai jacket.
I mean,
I'm not against that. That would be kind of fun to watch.
I'm sorry, but that does look. I sent that to my wife. She's like, "Yeah, we're going." I said, "Oh, without question." Without question. So yeah. The lineup this year is so far from what they've been giving out at CinemaCon. I'm like, oh, yeah, we about to eat pretty well. So I think it was who was it? Was it AMC that we seen the article from who says we're going to extend the 45-minute or 45-day window?
Go back to what they used to now. Yeah,
please do.
Wait, what window about what now?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, they're talking about extending that 45-day release window again. So keeping the movies theaters going back to form. You know, stop having this pressure of having this movie. It's got to make money that first weekend. It does, but see now because of COVID and everything else, you've pushed it back to where now they feel like every movie that's coming out feels the pressure of we have to hit top dollar. Second week doesn't matter anymore. We need it that first weekend, and It can't be that way.
Make America cinema again.
Please go back.
I feel like if they even lowered the prices by like $3,
He'll be gone.
they would make the money back. You're muted, Whoopty. They would make their money back overnight.
Yeah.
I would actually go see a shitty movie.
Because even the age of the popcorn bucket, even those are pretty inexpensive at best. They're not that expensive now. So it's like, yeah, pull back on the price, a little bit. You don't have to do a dramatic drop. Pull back on the price a little bit, extend the window. You'll make that money.
Yeah.
You will make that money. Thunderbolts and Lilo and Stitch seem to be they're finally on their it looks like on their mass press run because they got him on their mass press run.
Thinking it too loud.
Yeah, he was thinking it too loud. But like with Thunderbolts, you have Sebastian Stan and David Harbour, doing the typical, premiere of the, buy the tickets are going on sale and everything. He says, pull up a chair, and Sebastian says they took all the chairs. And I'm like, I see what you did there. It's a little corny, but I see what you did there.
Then you try to set it up to where we need to ask questions.
Yeah. They also are I seen one today because they pulled up to CinemaCon, at least some of the cast did, in the Red Guardian limousine business with the red limousine with David Harbour in full, not in limousine driver gear, but acting as Alexi and playing the role. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all, you got it. Y'all, I see y'all learned your lesson, didn't you? It wasn't that hard. It's not that hard. Lilo and Stitch puts out another. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch puts out another poster of Lilo having everything that's dealt with Disney or Marvel with a bite taken out of it, and with the tagline saying "Every family has one."
This is why I said send Tafari a check. He was the guy that said look, that was your promotion right there. Just basically have him go through every Disney product and wreck it.
Look, you missed your opportunity to have Deadpool interrupt the Battle of Earth and just bring in everybody as like an end credit gag. For Stitch, you already had him show up in the Battle of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, guns blazing for no reason. Didn't even know why he was there. He just started shooting shit for no reason. You could easily do the same thing. Before Thanos and Cap clash, just have the ship break down in the middle of the thing and just pulls out the blinking of stands over with the rest of the Avengers.
There's ways, and I think there's someone finally either being listened to and saying, hey, we should do that. It's funny, it lasts for a while, it's a good promotion gimmick. Make it happen. You know what, I probably wouldn't doubt that was probably something on the cutting room floor for Deadpool and Wolverine to have an end game scene, and just like, oh, I'm sorry, this was not the Earth I was supposed to do. You're fine. Happy didn't hire me anyway, so I'm not here for that. So
my dream was basically like him doing the famous wait, we have a few people that are missing, not doing this without us a second time, and then just bring in every old actor in every iteration. You can get Ben Affleck's Daredevil, you can get the OG X-Men cast. It's like, okay, now do the thing, assemble. Dude,
how can you leave out?
That could have been our goodbye to What If. Like, you could have just randomly thrown that in there and be like, all right, see you niggas later.
Something along the line. Ruffalo meet Ferrigno.
Oh,
there you go.
Ruffalo meet Norton, and Norton's like, didn't we agree that you're canon?
Something. So yeah, this one slipped a little bit under the radar. Star Wars: Tales of the Underworld.
I like it.
It did not slip under my radar.
Naturally,
I am very happy. I am so happy.
But happy. I'm so glad that they did this. I'm so glad that they did this because the previous versions, what we've been getting, have been absolute fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, telling these in between stories, and we're going to check that out right now.
Just do as I say. Never can be too cautious with strangers out here. Then again, you're no stranger, Lady Ventress.
We got a problem here. Just saw him right in.
What's the situation?
He was your best friend.
Things have changed. You took everything from me.
Who are you?
I was Count Dooku's lead assassin. I don't want that life anymore.
Bane? No one needs to die.
Kill everybody.
Get them.
You're gonna pay for what you did. This revenge, I hope it was worth it. It will be.
And they doing it on Free Comic Book Day. May the 4th be with you, you glorious bastards.
Let me say this: winning lottery numbers. Because didn't we all just say, literally an episode ago, what Star Wars can do? And as if someone on the Star Wars side said, "Bet."
We've been had this at home. What you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Y'all ain't looking hard enough.
We have been sitting there saying what Star Wars could do the entire time. What other stories you can tell, other characters that people may or may not know about, unless you're Kira. I know Kira knows a lot more. Kira knows a lot more Star Wars than I do.
Y'all are gonna be in for a goddamn ride with this. There's
their last volume of like Tales, Chef's Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. We've said it. We want these in between stories from characters we either don't know, haven't seen in a while, don't know what happened to. We want that. We want that.
You killed off on a property when nobody asked you to.
Like, why would you do that on that show? Cad Bane does justice for Cad Bane.
I get it, the whole Western standoff, but you could have had a better end result. Like
Get somebody else to do it.
He said, "Get somebody else to do it."
Somebody else to die. It ain't had to be him.
But see, this is this is exactly what we're talking about. There are other stories. We don't care who it's from. We can go outside the Skywalker clan. We love them. Don't get me wrong, but there are other stories.
Yeah.
Please tell them. Tell them.
Because we're better for it. You round out your universe. You round out the universe by telling stories and characters that people don't know.
As vast as that universe is, there's so many places we can go, so many things, so many stories to be told. Like,
I want them to do something with Legends. I want them to figure it out. I don't need all of them, but I need them to expand what they have out that's non-canon and bring that in, and that would it's going to make things a little bit crazy, but it would bulk up their universe and and make it more comfortable for people to move around. Like you don't have to stay in the Star Walker saga like y'all have been talking about. You don't have to stay with Ezra. You should be able to go wherever the fuck you want. Go down a path, pick a path.
Mm-hmm. Because they've been really giving us thank God Filoni. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God Filoni. Because
Daddy Loney.
Filoni right now saying, are y'all complaining now? You can literally hear Filoni
as long as he touched it, we didn't have a complaint in the world. From Clone Wars to Bad Batch to the Underworld to Tales, feed us.
Please.
We have been
he should be just sitting
wanting this.
He should be sitting on a throne right now, looking at George R.R. Martin and going, "And that's how it's done."
Baby.
Listen,
he's busy.
Completion.
He is busy knocking on House of the Dragon's door, asking for someone to let him in because he was not invited to the party. But apparently, that was on purpose.
If you just finished the
Yeah, I mean, they already got time travel. You could easily. You're always saying a galaxy far, far away. What if the next galaxy is the same one, just alternate timeline? You could take
even that.
You could take Foot Fighter Grievous and make him canon, or at least put him in modern day. Yeah, that man was fighting off 2 Jedi Knights with his toes.
Oh no, I know. I remember.
Look at the Lego series that they did, where everything was just completely flipped around, and I'm like, this is entertaining. It's all get out, and I want more.
And I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it as somebody who was so confused when they brought Ben Ventress back for because the first Clone Wars movie was just out of nowhere. They're like, all right, Star Wars is over. It's done. There were grown men on my radio crying because they're like, oh, this is going to be it. This is how we get Darth Vader. And then this cartoon comes out of nowhere. And we're like, okay, this is happening for some reason.
The cartoon that started out as shorts and everything. Yeah.
So the shorts was what was canon for episode 3. So Grievous didn't have whatever weird car crash smoke inhalation he had. It was straight up his issue was Mace was like, I'm not fucking doing that. Collapse all his lungs and then just send him on his merry way. So when he's coughing in episode 3, that's because they just did a patch job before they went up there. So Mace is like, I knocked him down to like half health. You two niggas, y'all got it. Good luck.
Even the short with dealing with Mace Windu, I'm like, and that's why he's a badass.
That's why some people still think he's alive. Like people wanted it to be John's story, and Mace was the one waiting on him somewhere drinking blue milk with one hand. But even with like that stuff, like so when the cartoon movie came back, it's like, hey, Anakin has a Padawan. Since when? And then you end the movie, it's like, surprise, it's a TV show. And at first, everybody was like, okay, but why though? Also, are we just ignoring the bald-headed demon who we last saw getting yeeted off of Yavin 4? Like. and they made it all cinematic with like the ancestors being ashamed of Anakin while it was happening.
I'm still waiting. If you had to remaster anything, please let it be Return of the Jedi when the Force Ghosts show up and Anakin is there, young Anakin, and Mace shows up and like, if you're gonna say Mace is dead, okay, if you're gonna say that, at least have him show up like, why is he here? I need to know
that part.
Why is he here?
Just have Mace stay hard as hell at him and be like,
just me mug him the whole time.
You want to say something?
Yeah, there's somebody made a fan edit, I know, after the 9th movie came out, where they actually video edited in all of the Jedi whose voices you hear as Force Ghosts, and it was like, hey, here's how this should have been done. And I'm like, yeah, because if you got them to do the voices, I don't think they mind putting the robes back on.
No, Sam definitely didn't mind. He's fighting too. He was just like, call me.
Especially with Ewan McGregor and what's his face? They like you talk about guys that literally make the Force. They had to be told not to make the Force sounds when swinging a lightsaber. I'm sorry, as a grown man, you give me a lightsaber, I'm making the doggone sound. It's hard.
Look, I'm pretty sure I am not alone when I say this, but every time I go to a store that has automatic opening doors, I literally every single time.
That was my May the 4th be with you post. Just me going up to like dozens of stores doing this.
Because you never
even my wife caught me doing it one time. She was like, "Wait," and I'm like, "Don't ask."
you never know that one day when you realize you got force powers. That's when it's like, ooh, that's when you know. That's when you find out if you're really a Jedi or you're just a Sith in waiting.
Oh my god!
Or gray.
Yeah, or gray. I literally ran into a guy. Never knew him. He was working at the store, and noticed he had a rebel tattoo. And I said, "Rebel scum recognizes rebel scum." And he was like, "You got it." And my wife looked at me like, "Do you know him?" And I'm like, "No, it was his tattoo on his arm." She was like, "Everywhere you go," and I'm like,
"Same way.
I am who I am."
Or if you have a Mandalorian patch, and you just this is the way. It's like you're just there to do that, and it's kind of funny where you see it. It's like you're trying to explain to your wife, y'all just say this stuff to each other. It's like, okay, put it this way: you walk into a room and you don't know and you trying to figure out, who's with you, who you're not. It's like that little Facebook meme where you see the killer go around the corner, can't figure everything else is, and they, he yells at a Cardi B line, and then y'all respond. Yeah, replace that with Star Wars.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. That's how we know. That's how you know who get along with.
I explained to my wife like this. I said, the black head now. She was like, yeah. I said, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
The same thing. Thank you.
Like I seen somebody wearing a Jane Cobb knitted hat, and I said, that's a mighty fine hat. And she responded in kind, and my wife said, how? Never mind. And I'm like, exactly. That's gonna be Tafari's homework. Watch one season of Firefly, so you can get it done in a day.
There's only one season of Firefly.
Yeah, you only get it done in a day.
Oh, the cruelty is telling somebody about Firefly but saying nothing about it. Just watch this one DVD.
It's how I broke my wife in. She watched the whole thing. She was like, "So when's the next one coming out?"
Never.
Yeah.
Let me sit you down, honey.
Yeah.
Why would you show? You can still watch the movie.
I did that to somebody with alphas. That was still funny.
Yeah, so we're bringing back Cad, which is cool, and now to see Ventress, who everybody was just confused as to how she came back, but then not realizing we were doing a separate canon to now getting her own show is just great.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, my camera's off for a second.
I was gonna say, well, yeah. I don't see. It's not that's not that big of a deal. It's
Well, it was. I mean, at the time, everybody was just confused because the last time we saw her was just like, hey, remember when like Anakin remembered his robot arm is stronger than a regular arm, and like Loki broke her wrist to steal her saber, and then Snow White her off a cliff, and then the next movie we see, she's like the starring bad guy, and everyone's just like, well, but how? And at that point, they weren't really explaining things the way they do now. 06 was a confusing time.
I thought you were talking about this show.
No, I mean her canon as far as the show, like with that first movie. Everybody, I remember people were like, didn't we just see you die? How? There's no way you survived that fall.
Nope. Did you see my body? Nope.
Listen,
the ancestors pulled up to watch you go down there. There's no way you survived.
She's good. She got Night Sister capability. She could do something.
Darth Maul survived his fall, so everybody's surviving falls as far as
everybody. Yes, including Mace. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
If the spirit of all my unks pull up to watch your demise, I assume you're not there, even though they're probably scolding me for it. Like, very cinematic too. You know what? That's another thing I need to see. I need to see another lightsaber fight with like the way they did the rain. That's something I don't think they've done in a long time.
What do you mean the way they did the rain?
So the battle. So in the short, it cuts off because him and Ventress are basically like two Padawans that have just been like dodging each other, but they finally cross paths. She takes out his whole platoon, and then they just have this face off where they're kind of just standing there, beams in hand. Then the rain comes, and now you see like the steam coming off of each lightsaber, and then it cuts to black before the next episode.
See, there's what I enjoy about scenes like that is like the same thing with Kenobi, the scene where he's facing off with Vader again, but that lighting situation when the mask is cracked and you hear the blue and you hear a little bit more of Anakin's voice, and then his flashes of red and you hear more of Vader. I said that's cinematic. I love that.
They put work in that.
Well, you did not kill Anakin. It's like
Yeah.
that whole voice to Anakin to Darth Vader. That was again it gets overused a lot, but there are very few scenes where it really was pure cinema.
I mean, we look at Rogue One. That ending scene will always be classic.
I want
always be classic.
I want that fear whenever a door opens and people just look at me. I'm like, yeah. Just you hear the music. You know you're not gonna make it to the sequel.
And the thing is, that's it. They're hitting you with that ending scene on the shock of, oh, nobody made it out this movie. It was funny to me because like you meet Saw Gerrera and it's like, oh, he wasn't in here long. Now Saw is like every other thing that they
right.
Like Saw, they got Saw's childhood in Clone Wars. We see the entire life.
He's in Andor. Just like
they're like, hey, we know we killed him off the first time you met him, but let's just keep throwing him in stuff as a kid, teenager, in between.
So Whoopi said earlier, like, why do they all sound like they have COPD? And I said, well, that's by design. Like people look at Vader saying, "Oh, that's like high tech." It's high tech enough.
I mean, the man
it's still a patch job for the simple fact the Emperor needs him in pain, and the pain fuels the rage. So if he's in pain, he's always gonna be pissed. You know, he's gonna be agitated. He's like, so I don't have time for your drivel. I don't. So yeah, he's gonna want to choke for somebody. What do you mean you didn't? The rebels got away. I got out of my tub for this. I
mean, do you really want to see a fully healed Anakin Skywalker that realized he killed his wife and kids? You gonna have emo Sith for the rest of your life, just the whole time. You just be sitting there brooding. My Chemical Romance is playing somewhere. It's like, you gonna help me conquer this? No, I'm gonna sit here and brood. I did not bring you up here for this.
He's like, I need you. Grievous. That's why Grievous, he still has a voice box and he's still hacking.
See, there was also the whole thing. There was a whole plot line about the doctors who made Grievous basically, which Loki was basically a native tribe. They were basically testing out his works to make like an army of him, and then Anakin ends up like liberating the people. I was hoping to see more of that revisited at some point because they kind of just threw him in there. It's like, he was put together after some one bad day. And I'm like, I kind of liked his other backstory that like these mad scientists made him and just turned him into the perfect killing machine. And then Clone Wars made him into like kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Just saying
that. Before we get to our next clip, John Boyega has, and we're his fans. He has voiced his disdain, as rightfully so.
John ain't never been wrong.
Right.
About how he's been treated in the Star Wars universe. Now, fans, not just the fans like us, but fans that look opposite to us. There's a few of them. Felt like you set this man up to be the next thing. He started off in the first of the three. No problem. You changed directors by the second one. You made him comedy relief. By the time the first director came back, the stone was set. He only could give so much redemption for that character, because to steer it all the way back straight, it probably would have really force corrected the whole, no joke intended, the entire movie. And that's why I say I hate when directors leave projects without some form of blueprint. Like, hey, there should be some kind of clause like, hey, I may not be able to do this next film because whatever, but I need this, and this to at least stay the course.
How often does that okay? From my perspective, being an 80s baby up to present, that does not happen that often.
It doesn't.
So it's not like I don't know. You know what? I have talked ad nauseum about this. I'm gonna gracefully bow out. Y'all know how I feel.
Because it'll always come back to the same talking points. Your advertisements led us to believe that we're gonna get a Black Jedi, or you could have said there was gonna be two Jedis, one that was of the path and one finding that they become part of the path. and then they could have both split. You could have told that story. But no, you had to go with the Great White Hope and the Black comedic relief.
There's even the deleted scene when he's facing off with the general, which is a fantastic scene because it ends. It's played a little differently because he says all these things, and she said he's telling the truth about everything that's been happening, and then she says, "Who would believe you?" But he's already set the doubt in play, and all the other stormtroopers are actually delayed on even doing anything. They're looking at each other. They're just like, why is she doing that?
Like, you've inserted doubt into the programming. And again, this is why a lot of us are okay with the Rey saga. We are okay with it because it need to be said, because you need to introduce Star Wars to a new generation.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is just how you went about it was grimy as shit.
That part.
It was cowardly. It's not even grimy. Don't cut.
He was very respectful during those during them NDA days, and then them contracts ran up, and he was like, all right, here's how I really feel. Yeah. And then, especially when everything got crazy in 2020, he's like, yeah, well, I'm mad at Disney. Wait your turn, because you're next.
So as much as I would love for them to bring him back and do his character justice, do all three of them, Oscar Isaac, and do their characters justice, please.
I don't think they can fix Isaac.
I think I'm about to say what's his face, Poe Derek is done. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Poe Dameron,
Poe Dameron. Sorry, I said Derek. My bad. Poe Dameron is done. You saw where I was going with this, but no. As far as his arc really did have a completion because he was called to basically lead once Leia decided to go on and be with the Force, and they didn't really explain that either. But no, the only way you're going to bring Finn back,
and that would have been the only one I would have said. I see where there will be a problem trying to finish Leia's story, considering the fact that Carrie Fisher died during that time. That's understandable. Yeah. So you fit it the best way you can, and I get that. That is completely fine.
That's about the most respectful way you could have told her story, because yes, she did pass.
Yeah,
but no, the only way you're gonna fix Finn's story, and I said it before, you're gonna have to give Finn the one thing we've always wanted for him to have: his own Jedi Master. And what other Jedi Master could you possibly bring in right now that everybody would love to see, and it would explain a lot, but it will never happen? Because I would love to see Mace Windu come back to Finn and just literally catch him in the chest and say, "You know what you are," and just again. That's a whole other story itself. For him to walk up and meet Mace Windu, he's like, I never thought I'd meet another Jedi. And then he would turn around and say, I need you to die. And he would look at him and be like, what the? You know what you are, motherfucker.
So yeah, he's right. And once again, Boyega is right in saying there are toxic fandoms. In every fandom, there's toxicity.
Star Trek
Star Trek is the worst. But when you see,
you say Star Wars is bad. No, Star Trek as a Trekkie, no.
I've heard those stories. I've heard those stories.
It gets nasty. They get nasty.
Yeah. So when you see that, he's calling it out. He's not lying. He's like, no, there's some people who are so ingrained in the universe that you make it bad for everybody. There's nothing wrong with being ingrained in it and loving it and loving the projects, bad or good, and still moving on. But to start spewing the hate, I'm like, dude, it's a universe. It's an entire galaxy of different people. You have freaking Billy D. Williams. It's not the only black man in the entire universe.
But if he wasn't the slickest one out there, though.
But we
had a whole Boondocks episode based ability,
right?
Yeah. So we know how we feel about it, and I know how he feels about it, and rightfully so. We felt like as fans were robbed of having that completion of his storyline correctly,
and
You-
not just black fans, like actual Star Wars fans as a
Yeah.
whole.
Mhm.
I would like to see everybody get a fucking turn. I would love to see any stormtrooper become a jet. Like that opens up the door for so much more. It shouldn't matter what he looks like. They never
What
brought race into. They have not brought race unless you look like a fish or some shit into Star Wars.
Although I would love to see the whole Star Trooper, the whole child program Star Troopers. I would love to see that rebellion.
Right,
That
because
rebellion happened.
Like Bad Batch did a decent job of explaining it, but it's like, all right, we really just replaced easily fundable clones with just all the apparently kidnaps and just we just now have this many genuine horrible people who just signed up for this apparently.
Or desperate.
Yeah.
Or desperate, because even in Bad Batch, they took the crazies of the crazies. It was like, okay, keep him and kill the rest. Also, he's in charge now.
Yeah. Still wasn't prepared for that ending though. Damn.
So
still wasn't prepared for
so Boyega, we stand with you. We stand. We understand what's happening. We understand the whole thing. There are really good. I think the fans that are like that feel the same way that we do. They're out there in droves. They actually outweigh the bad. It's just the bad is getting what gets the clicks. Yeah,
Right.
they just get the clicks, and they're loud. So
I would love to have aggressively nice fans. I would love for that to be a new thing. Be mean about your. I fucking love you. Like I want that.
Perfect. Here's a prime example of someone who stands up in the gap, and it's not even in the Star Wars universe, but stands up in the gap, doesn't care what your background is, what you look like, or anything else. He's appreciative of his fans. It's John Barenthal.
Yep.
Man, that's a buddy.
I've seen this dude on the court. I've seen this dude at cons. Like he does not care.
He follows a simple rule. You nice to me, I'm nice to you. You be a dick to me, I'll be twice as bad to you. Simple.
Him and Stone Cold. They those two guys. Because Stone Cold is like, I want you to say something. I want you. Like, don't.
That man wakes up. That man wakes up on go. But again, he'll defend black people. He'll defend black people to death.
The minute I seen that, I'm like, say less.
He defends right. He defends right. It's not even and that I appreciate more than anything else. Like you don't have to necessarily acknowledge that, oh, I'm helping this black person, whatever.
But he calls out the BS.
Person. Just help.
Yeah.
But John Bernal, he really is exceptionally only because I got to meet him at a con, exceptionally nice person. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are nice people that that go to pretend like, oh, how you doing? Whatnot. Okay, cool, move on. No, he had a handler, and when I tell you what he did with the handler, because again, for all those that don't know, when they go to cons to meet people, there's a handler right next to that person that's kind of like a timer that kind of moves them along, move the line along. He tells the handler, I'm not done. He's there talking to people, and the handler's like, well, okay, and it's like, oh, I'm not done, and continues to talk.
Yeah.
Only because he really does want to connect with fans. And I always thought that's genuine. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, you think about it, you're meeting hundreds, if not close to 1,000 people, depending on where con you're at a day, and you're reciting the same stuff, it gets old. But he actually does, try to make it a genuine experience because he knows how much people paid to meet him. That shit ain't cheap.
Have fun with it.
Right.
Have absolute fun with it. So our next trailer, there was talk. There was a lot of talk of DC stepping up to the plate. Of course, this is the year of Big Jimmy Gunn.
Gun ain't shit. I love you, Gunn. I love you, Gunn. But for what you did, you ain't shit. As I'm about to reboot my
Hey, too loud and they might hear you.
He knows as I reboot my camera, he knows I mean this with love. But you did a chess move that no one saw coming. That's why I was like, you ain't shit.
He had a sneak peek of Superman, and it's the entire scene of Crypto. coming in, and they said once again, dog stole the day.
Not My Superman crowd loads in 3, 2, 1. Not who I was expecting, but okay.
Where's his inhaler? God damn, that shit hurt. I know his lung collapsed. God damn. Ooh, or perforated lung. Ooh, that's what it sounds like.
You should have gave Darkseid his money.
His lung can't be hurting that bad if you can whistle that good.
Right.
Hurts to breathe in, not breathe out.
I want play. Hi, I miss you. I haven't seen you. Hello.
Stop.
Hello. Hey, come here. Come up. What's wrong? Come here. Come on, man. Let's go.
Crypto. Take me home. Home.
Go. You want to go? Okay. Let's go. Come on. Get your ass up.
Crypto. Home.
I want to play. All right, come on. La 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 la
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Jimothy. That's a good one. Yes, that's good.
Superman.
Hey, Colonel.
Right, where's my food?
Thank you. No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve.
Damn, Alan Tudyk getting all the jobs.
She's new.
Right.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
I feel like that one.
Level 4? 292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
God, what? I don't think he would pick God.
He's back.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Do you see why I
We
said
are
what I
about to
said?
have a lot of fun.
I mean,
Gunn wasn't even at CinemaCon. He was like,
Ace the Bat Hound could never.
It's just the sun. Thor took it. You'll be fine.
I just love how Gunn just pulled a K dot on everybody, just like and release and leave.
Like, why would you not show this to? If this is your best, and you want me to spend my $18-20 to come and see your little film, I said little and I meant it. Then I need you to show me what you got. I need you to Rick and Morty this right now, okay? Show me what you got.
It's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a ride. And the same thing that fans have been saying about crypto was said about this particular clip at CinemaCon. This dog stole the show again.
I am so sorry. Please do not go and look for this dog at your local shelter. I can't.
Don't do that. Yes, please don't.
Be in the vet assistant. Listen to the vet assistant of the group.
I promise you, you don't know what you're getting when you pick up that dog that looks really, really similar to Crypto. Crypto needs round-the-clock care, energy, runs, feeding. Don't eat the wall, Crypto. That's what you're getting if you're looking for Crypto from the shelter. Okay.
I have a Bichon Frise, and when I say I come home, I'm like, all right, man, give me like 5 minutes. Let me get to the bathrooms, and then I can take you out. This
is why the husky stays outside. All you want.
I know you got Daredevil here. I know you hear this lung filling with blood and me over here bleeding out. Take me home. It is not time to play.
I want Ford to play and bust
and he's a Kryptonian dog, so I know that jumping hurt more than it do.
Oh yeah,
them ribs got cracked.
You seen him screaming. He was like, "Oh, stop!"
All I can say is them ribs got cracked.
He's probably the reason why there was more punctured locks in Kitty Hill. Damn you, Crypto! I wasn't that messed up.
I love how the teaser. It's like it plays off this super serious scene, and now that we see it, it's like, oh, this is just straight up a joke. Like post whatever puts you in this position. Crypto is just here for the funny.
Right, he's a good boy.
Right.
Crypto said you didn't call me. Crypto said you didn't call me. You didn't call me for the fight, so clearly it wasn't that serious.
Right.
or he was getting his ass lit the fuck up that serious. He didn't have time to call him.
He didn't have calls.
That's what it sounds like.
He's the best boy.
He is the boy. Him good double friend.
Tongue behind the teeth and blow. You got time for that.
Right.
Not if you're getting your bread basket punched in backwards.
Dark side knocked you to the other side of the continent. So
also, did the little dragon thing seem Shazam 2-ish?
That's not part of this universe.
I know it's not. I'm saying like those whatever monsters. I know
what you're saying
because it's called Gods and Monsters. This first phase, so I feel like. We might be getting a reintroduction to that realm of characters or bad.
Have to be. I would think so, considering the fact you've already introduced Terrific and Green Lantern, which means you've probably already introduced Multiverse by now.
Which, by the way, Guy Gardner's got another job because he's also been announced of showing up in the Lanterns television show that they're making for Max.
Yep.
Which, once like Gunn said, everything's going to connect.
What do you have?
You're gonna get a bowl cut. You're gonna make sure that bowl cut gets used in everything.
What you got, Kara? What you got?
Horrendous. Marvel girl, you in danger. You in danger. I'm letting you know straight out. I'm leaving you. I didn't think I would be saying this quite so boldly before anything actually came out. But you can pack your shit and go.
Oh Lord! However, I love both houses. I lean more towards Marvel. I want DC to win too. They should have been. It should have been up here. It's competition. No, it's fun because if you are a fan of all this stuff.
Kira said, "Y'all can pack your stuff and exit. The Smurfs will show you the way out. Follow them."
I'm with Fury on this one. DC deserves to have a good run. They have had spurts. They have had massive failures. They deserve to have a good run.
They do. you don't go from Man of Steel, which is, I think the verdict is still split on a lot of fans with Man of Steel. You don't go from Man of Steel, not a really good hit. Wonder Woman, first one, very good hit. Aquaman 1 and 2, both hits.
Right.
Both hits. Because 2 is nearly not as bad as people are.
Oh,
It really wasn't bad at all.
No, 2 wasn't bad.
I've heard the Aquaman are the two, like, as far as the franchise, it's really the only one that got one. I heard the Aquaman movies are solid. I know Man of Steel is like the creme de la creme. That was our senior year of high school movie.
Yeah.
Not many moments where I wake up and I see my dad and all my cousins and uncles glued to the television like children, and that was them during Essence Fest because they got up before me, and I guess they caught it and hadn't seen it before. They're like, "How long has this been out?"
Yeah, so it's like everything else that's kind of in between. First Shazam, okay, it's fun. Exactly, it's fun. It's a good laugh, but the second one, I'm like, by the time your stuff wore off, Black Adam had an opportunity. They just went left on that one so hard, it didn't even make sense.
Hope for that? Because I never did.
It was. Fans have been saying that Rock could be playing Black Adam for years. Years, he was the shoe-in. It was there. Yeah, it was got exactly. So, but when we got it, you're just kind of like, eh.
We got a fan casting along with a long-awaited fan favorite to come back, only for them to be like, April Fools, niggas.
Yeah. God, that was a big April Fool's. You like, wow.
I see why some of y'all were mad he didn't get invited to Wakanda Forever. You had 2 options and you didn't choose the good one.
Just didn't make sense.
Yeah, had a whole movement on TikTok.
James is
he cooking. Oh
man,
I have
not been this excited. I have not been this excited for a superhero movie in almost 10 years.
I am here for all the not conflict. I'm here for the competition. Bring on Super Jurassic 4 featuring the Smurfs.
For everything that Gunn has been putting out since Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
This man's been cooking.
I very much refuse to watch Peacemaker because of Suicide Squad, but I forgive him now. Now that I've sat through it,
And that's what makes it beautiful, because the way he sets it, you see Peacemaker before you see the Suicide Squad. So by the time the Suicide Squad drops and you see his character, you're just like, oh wow. Oh wow.
But still,
actually he's reversed, but you've seen the Suicide Squad first.
Yeah, so he very much got me to hate him a lot less by the end of that show.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, miracles can be done.
I was like, oh wow. You're not the heel we thought you were.
But again, if you watch at least the first season of Peacemaker, it's kind of worth it though.
Yeah,
because
it does actually especially where he is.
Especially for Vigilante. Vigilante, you have an official invite, by the way. Because no one just walks up into a prison and calls all of them out.
Yeah.
And then goes in and calls out every racist bastard in the block.
Vigilante. No, continue. Let us know how superior you are by everybody by just showing you how little your dicks are. It's like, wait a minute. You just said, like, sir, just casually strolls up to a racist table and just lets him know how he feels. And proceeds to whip everybody's ass.
He's like, he all right with me.
A lot more red states would turn blue if they did the same thing.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah, well, once I met his dad, I was like, oh, this explains everything. We're only on like episode 2.
Right. So
really, T1000, that's how you feel? Mr. Packard?
And between that and the small little interdimensional crawl space in the other room, just
right.
I was like, please explain this. Who gave him the tech for that one? So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Daredevil, Born Again, episode 7. They're really writing over there.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions.
I do, but they really got some moments. And I think it's the actors that's giving these moments.
Oh yeah,
Of course it is.
easily.
They giving D'Onofrio is an. I
Listen.
salute you, my guy. I salute you. So we'll be right back right after this.
Let's reach out one time.
Blurred's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company. Hey, what's happening, Christy? Christy has made it in. She's like, I just got out of here.
Hey, Christy.
What's going on, Christy? So, as you see, we are talking about Daredevil episode 7. Art is art. And so is acting, because they're giving. So, go ahead, Lady M.
I'm very sorry to do this. There is breaking news. Halle Berry herself has said that she is not going to be playing Storm.
Oh, never mind. I rescind my life.
Shout out to Jada, a black girl nurse, for getting that news.
Kira, can go ahead. You can go. You can do the biggest sigh of relief on camera now.
Wait a minute. I wasn't rooting against her. I was just saying
There's
a lot of
options.
There's a lot of
pass that torch. Pass the torch.
Also, since the discussion of Doomsday, what was revealed on Tuesday as I announced the first half of the cast, because I said the cast ain't done. Kevin Feige has said at CinemaCon, the cast ain't done. So
right.
We are who you thought we were. We've been giving you this news, and we ain't been wrong yet. Sam Jackson coming back as Mace Windu. I'm just saying that right now.
Still though, Halle. I said it once and I'll say it again. Halle Berry did not have the brightest role during the singer-director movies. I was kind of hoping she would get a little bit redeemed, because again, that's I blame Singer.
I blame Singer.
I do. I blame him. I blame him too, because it made Storm looked terrible under his directional role. And I don't think I forgave him for that. I didn't forgive him for Darwin either. But it's the whole. But yeah, it's just I kind of hope that she would kind of go along with it, so that way her character can be redeemed. We know you can act, but
her character can be redeemed. It's just not going to be through her.
She also didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do that one movie that they tricked her into doing.
Which movie was that? Please hit my.
When they gave her the fake script saying that she was going to have a bigger role. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah. So,
That was
so Daredevil episode 7. First off, D'Onofrio, I tip my hat to you, good sir. You are a threat on screen.
Can I say something about him?
Go ahead.
I can't think of anyone who does a silent rage as well as he does. It's right underneath the surface, bubbling to come out, and his face is calm, but it's giving you, I'm gonna rip your neck off.
Yeah.
That one twitch.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It's between that and the hands.
So well.
Between that and the hands. I'm just like, oh, because
It is
Luca
freaky.
found out the hard way, didn't he?
He wasn't getting no sermons. He did all he got was a choice. I said, we're past the parable teaching. He's like, nah, bro, make your choice and choose wisely. Like,
so this episode basically has Matt and Heather. This is after the aftermath of him saving Ayala from Muse. And
granddaughter Ayala.
Yeah, the granddaughter. Yeah,
granddaughter.
Was she granddaughter? I thought she was a niece. I don't know.
She's White Tiger's niece.
White Tiger's
yeah, I
niece.
thought it was the niece.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, but is right off the heels of that. Rumors are already floating around that Daredevil may be back, in which Kingpins, or I should say Mayor Fisk, already is not really feeling that, but doesn't want to believe it at the same time. He also has his task force at hand, doing the dirty work, and we already see the one cop, Cole North. We already see the gears turning with him. Like, yeah, I'm not the crooked cop you think I am. Like,
on paper, he wasn't the crooked cop.
yeah, he was just. It was just a bad situation where everybody else, they crooked as hell.
But one bad decision.
Yeah, so we already see this makeup happening. The other cop, the Asian cop, she finds out about Muse very quickly, very about her job. At which point she brings it to Mayor, very competent, and she brings it to Fisk's table, and she gives him the rundown. She's done everything she is supposed to do as an officer of the law, and has found out everything. She says she down to the minute detail, and you got your man. You just got to go find him.
Also, that should be a sign: as artists and serial killers, you may not want to go to the same shop repeatedly. Around.
She broke it down from the canvas, thought it was fabric, turned out it was canvas. Only 2 shops sell it in town. It's highly expensive. We talked to, she said it was 11 people. We've talked to 10 of them.
I'm like, she found you like a scorned FBI woman, sir. There are multiple stores. There are multiple art stores in New York you could have went to. Multiple.
Fisk couldn't even deny it. Well, that doesn't mean he's the killer. Doesn't mean he's not. Here's his behavioral stuff that he's gone through in the past. And he was like, maybe you're right.
Y'all don't have whole criminal minds treatment.
Y'all don't have Amazon in the MCU.
I'm thinking to myself, why do you go to the same store? Dexter would never. That's all I'm saying.
So she has already broken down everything. Meanwhile, Cherry is pissed at Matt because he decided to don the mask again, and it was like, what? This dude had no choice. Plus, Matt kind of wanted to do it anyway.
Cherry was being a little bit of a hypocrite because I'm like, he sat there and said, "I remember when you called me. I didn't go help you. You called me. Remember?"
He had to call him out on it. He was like, "There was a time," and it was like, "Be mad at him if you want, but you're right. You did have to call Matt."
The whole I'm not going to help you again. Yes, you are. Even the priest says it. The priest,
even then, it's just like, hey, the last person to go missing called me. It was either like do or die, literally. Or I got there, she was like, what, 10% of her blood was already gone?
Yeah.
Like it was do or die, but I didn't have much of a choice. You could have just.
What did he say? 2,500
milliliters.
Yeah.
Like,
which he said is a lot.
That's a lot. I promise.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Tony Soprano Jr. was like, "Yeah, that's a lot," and then you see him trying to gain a little balls about himself with BB.
Yeah, what is that about?
That's from the Mayor Fisk School of Negotiations.
Yeah.
He gonna get in trouble.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he got too comfortable behind that desk.
Yeah, he sat there. I'll tell you, Fisk is gonna sit there, and Fisk sat there and said, "Oh, you're gonna be a loyal dog. I can train you." And all he sat there and said was, "Look, you could have a great life, or you could have a shitty one. It's up to you." Who does that sound like?
Like, bro, you take orders and paychecks. You don't run nothing here. Get off my face. And
that part.
But even then, the whole show has just been a thing. Some of y'all need better friends because like you also didn't have to get him pissed drunk and then just leak all his stuff the next morning after he refused to go drinking with y'all till like sun up.
It's really not the best friendship at all. Like,
but see,
she's pumping him for information. Now he's trying to blackmail her. Like, nah.
See, that's why I don't feel bad about what he said to old girl, because I'm like, you did intentionally get him drunk because you know he knows stuff. So you got enough liquor in him to open up secrets, and now he's telling you, okay, you can't do that again. Things may happen. Friends or not, you kind of did fire the first shot.
I mean, now he's taking it too far. Never, what they say in Roots, never trust the two, Bob. Because clearly he you didn't have to make his, like, after he refused to go out drinking with you because he's like, hey, I got a job that I like and can pay my bills, and I think I'll excel at it. And they were just like, Negro, please.
That was kind of a diss, though. It's like,
he's like, if you don't get more drunk and take another hit, let's go get drunk and throw up on the bus. And like, I got responsibilities and shit. And they're just like,
and the other one was like, well, let's at least go eat something. Like,
and the other was like, and the other one clearly did coffee and an all-nighter because by the morning by the time he clocked in, it's a full-page report, meaning you had to somewhat have been hungover when you wrote it.
Right.
Meanwhile, on the other end of town, there is Matt and Frank. And Frank is like, if you don't get to I got a brand new box of bullets and this wall behind me of targets. You better get to the fucking point. I have shit to do and targets to take. I know you see this fucking puzzle behind me. I have shit to do.
Like, I ain't exactly just been hiding down here. So it's like,
that's
why I've been working. You came to me for permission. That's what you came for.
I'm sorry, can't see, but I know you can smell the fucking air curving around all these thumbtacks or whatever the hell your thing lets you do. Either way, I know you can smell the gunpowder and much of it. So wrap it up. Yes, wrap it up.
He's like, and I don't even brand my bullets, so you know
it wasn't me.
Right. Like, you came here to warn me and turn to find out. Dude, I've been working this whole time. You just ain't been hearing about it.
Oh, I forgot my socks over at
I forgot my socks. I left my toothbrush over here. Yeah, for 2 days.
Yeah, I'll Venmo you. Here.
So we have what was it? We have Muse going to Heather, who is Daredevil's latest fling, and she's
Taekwondo himself.
Yeah, so he's in there and he's checking. It's like, okay, you are slowly revealing yourself to this woman. Like, and I don't even want to say slowly. You ramped it up pretty fast,
right?
To the point where she's like, okay, and then you all of a sudden you get a nosebleed, my dude. Like, are you getting off on this or something? What is wrong with you?
Is it dry in here? Do I need a humidifier? What's going on?
So
that part.
And then he makes that painting of himself, and he says, "Oh, my true self." And meanwhile, while the cop is talking to Fisk about this kid's background, he's telling Heather
line by line.
Yeah.
Check.
Well, you just killing Taekwondo masters and leaving them on the estate. Your parents is covering it up. And you in and out of juvie, then you get to the adult prisons or whatever, and
the whole thing is it's so liberating. It's like the messed up part is when she realized, oh crap, you're the killer. It's like, I was like, why did your whole face change? And he's like, oh, we can be so honest with each other now. I'm like, oh girl, you about to die. He's like, oh girl, you about to die.
I have got to get that Molly, you endangered girl clip. I got to get that clip. That's got to be a playable clip at this point. Had too many shows we've had the you endangered girl.
I mean, she was cool right up until that point. She's like, and how does that make you feel? I feel great. I feel liberated. I just like you said, the fact that he had a nosebleed happening and she realized, oh crap, you him. And then of course he recognized it, and the first thing he says, I know what you're thinking right now. How fast can you get to that door?
Yeah, like how fast is this kid, and how much of a beating can he take? Because it's just like you've been getting hit with Mortal Kombat moves for 2 days, and like there's not even a bruise on you whatsoever.
Man.
And then how did the girl hear you talking about your painting? She was asleep the entire time she was with you, because that was the part that threw me off too. Unless he was saying things as he was knocking her out, I don't know.
I don't think that she was knocked out. I think she was drugged so she could hear it, because I think in the book,
she was lucid. She was like
kind of
midnight. She was like a little lucid, yeah. So she was recalling stuff, and she was recalling enough that she was lucid enough that she could recall it, but not knocked out, because he doesn't want them. All his victims, they're not out.
They're alive.
They're not there. They're still alive. He has them like just what they call midnighted. He's just twilighted. He's just right above the cusp. Not literally over the line, but just enough that you can come around the curve. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Trailer Park Boys.
I went too far on that one though, because Muse can take a beating. Because I'm thinking to myself, Matt does not pull punches, and yet he is taking him like
he choked him out. He choked him out. I'm like, you didn't choke him out long enough. Well, no. Then again, you was trying to save the girl. Okay.
Muse might be into the kinks, so
okay.
There's that.
A few things to. Why didn't she headbutt this man? You sitting in the chair. We're this close, but I'm hitting you somewhere in your nose. We're not going to continue having this conversation like I'm the weak bird.
See,
he delayed that headbutt way too long.
It's right there when you said how fast you could make it to the door. Fire that fast.
That fast.
Like, I guess she had to shake that off, and then because she was like, "Oh, I can
let
me try this again."
No.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna give yourself a window of opportunity, like Kira said, nobody expects a headbutt.
No,
nobody expects it.
Listen, I'm ever in a serial killer type situation, I'm gonna make you work for it. I'm sorry.
You ain't just gonna get this free. You gonna work for it.
We both sweating.
You ain't walking.
We both gonna be in here breathing hard. Stuff gonna be broke.
you might get me, but you ain't walking away whole. That's all.
Blood's gonna get shed, and I ain't gonna be the only one being shed. You coming with me?
Nah. I'm biting somebody.
we playing dirty now. We don't have time for niceties. Like. But I'm glad Heather figured it out. She headbutted the Joker. Not too late, thank God. Enough to just and Matt coming in at the literally at the right time.
Is it bad that the whole time that he came through the window, I'm thinking to myself, there was nothing out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Her window or her building had nothing in between campuses. So as he's swinging through a window, did it ever occur to anybody to see a red object just go crashing through a window of a college and nobody noticed?
I think there was the whoever was holding the phone. It was like, I saw something go there. It had to be Daredevil. I'm guessing he like grappled his way through.
Yeah.
Especially with this, and then uses the grapple to go through a human shoulder at one point. He hit him with
that was unexpected.
He's like, not today, you're not.
Let me take what I learned from Scorpion.
I was gonna say he hit him with that was a full-on Mortal Kombat move he did.
Yeah.
And then dude still took it like a champ and just got back up. And I'm like, okay, but unless we're gonna get an autopsy next episode, like we found some weird things in his DNA. It's like, who is this white boy and why does he how does he keep getting back up?
The man got grappling hook from back to shoulder. And I'm like, it spread. It was a grappling hook that spread out.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
and you snatched it back out?
Right.
That is some
you snatched him and then snatched it back out.
Right.
Like that's like some weapons the Predator would use to make sure you can't escape.
Man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Daredevil for being inventive, but I'm like, of all places, the shoulder, I would aim for the leg.
I thought that's what he was gonna. I thought that's what he was gonna do, and
because I think he had his knife out at the time, so he was trying to get that arm back. Because if he had to grab the leg, then his forward would have went. His front top, his top end would have went forward. So yeah, he's like, no, I need that. Give me that. Give me that. I need that.
And then hit homegirl with a deep cut on the arm. Like, you're not just gonna sit here and just stab me and use me like a canvas. I'm headbutt something like stiletto to the face. You're not just gonna sit here and paint with one. He's painting with one eye. He's not just gonna sit here and do this shit.
But that does explain a lot, though. It's like his abilities that we know of were not prevalent. So because of what happens next. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think dude's dead. I think that's where his abilities are gonna come. His abilities are gonna rise.
If they lean into it, yeah. If they lean into it,
because I kept on wondering, because technically Muse's abilities basically make him blind to Daredevil's senses, so it really becomes a fight. But yet we didn't see any of that. So that's what makes you think that the next round is going to be a completely different Muse.
Because this is the thing, though. Well, go ahead.
Does Kingpin still have access to the hand, or is that like, is he out?
He probably hasn't even revealed, no pun intended, his hand. So
I think that's what he was talking about when he was like, 10 years in that development project and they ruined it, which I think was
I love how he sugarcoated that.
Yeah.
I love how he sugarcoated
I think that was talking about the Defenders when they basically had to cave the whole building.
So 10 years. The working class man were working millionaires, and I'm like,
but to Kira's point, that might be where the hand connection is. He never did actually sever his deal with the hand. So technically,
aren't they all dead?
No,
not all of them.
Not the hand.
Still
They're
alive?
still very good. Well, you saw who was in New York. Technically, we never saw exactly we never saw anybody really from HQ.
Right. Yeah, the way Fist was talking about, he took my business and tore it down in 10 years, and all these people working. I'm literally like,
he did it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Hey man, somebody Misty Knight's arm is down there somewhere. How do you think she feels?
I hope she got something out of it before Stark died.
I hope the what is it, the DDoS? I hope they didn't come and try to repo it because
oh man,
Department of whatever they're called in the Marvel with the
I
middle.
forgot what's like something. I can't remember exactly what it is.
They straight up just hijacked Tony's shit and they just been using it for Donald's ice activities.
Right.
But see, now we have this whole meeting between Vanessa and Luca, and I'm like, Luca, you are overstepping your line. At which point Vanessa pretty much tells him, yeah, you kind of overstepped. And she was like, and then he's gonna hit me up for $2 million. That was me. And he shut up a little bit. She was like, I told you, play nice, play low, play quiet.
I was like, and again, you're playing with fire. This is why I said Vanessa likes being the king. See, that's why I said Fist doesn't mind Vanessa running the show. He does, and that's what the one thing he was trying to get.
As long as there's a distance, there's a distance where he can't be connected.
Right.
There's a plausible deniability that he can't physically be there. He can't. I will talk to my wife because that's my wife. They can't say I'm talking business with my wife. But as long as she know, and when we talking, it's not over the phone. It's in person.
Pretty much.
It's in person or it's through someone.
All you basically have to do is follow the rules. What she told him. You follow the rules, you would have been fine. But since you want to be big and bad, here's where he is. And I'm like, so he just gonna follow this whole thing hook, line, and sinker. Like, bruh. He'll be by himself in the restaurant. I'm like, have you not seen the Godfather movie?
I was gonna say, who was setting up who here?
Vanessa set Luca up.
Yeah, because Vanessa set Luca up, and I'm thinking Vanessa, like, really, Vanessa? We decided to make that move?
Because she knew Luca. She knew Luca was a problem. He was starting to be a problem. He was getting too big for his britches. He wasn't sticking to the plan. He's the problem that will happen over on the dock.
Yep.
He's like, you stepping out your line. All you had to do was he's part of the Tracksuit Mafia. All you had to do was stick to the plan. You worried about what Fisk is doing? That ain't your concern. I need you to do this. And then you wanted to get with it. So that's why Fisk said 1.8. And then when you only had 5 minutes, you kept popping off at the lip. He said 2.8.
But I'm like, if you got 2.8, I'm like, because you gotta think where you are on the food chain in New York. It's like if the man above you still can snap your fingers and that is the end of your life, do you have 2.8 lying around? Just freaking pay it. Don't sit there.
But he didn't. Huh? That's why he had to rob the bank.
Oh, he didn't have it. Okay, that's why I had to remember myself.
Yeah. Oh, is that what the connection was?
That's what the robbery was. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, to get somebody. He had to get. Yeah, he was trying to get somebody else to do the deed. And like, dude.
Okay, that makes sense.
You messed up. And now look at you. And you get that phone call. Before that phone call, he's like, well, somebody needs to do something with Fisk. And she was like, are you asking for permission or for help?
I don't. Oh, so I'm reading this a little bit differently. I see both sides of it. Another part of me is thinking that Vanessa thought she could potentially take him out, but if she couldn't with Luca, whatever, it is what it is. But it still felt like a little bit of hope that Luca could do it. It didn't feel like this was her and Kingpin coming together to take out Luca, because that still implicates Fisk. Because now he's got to deal with a dead body in a restaurant that he was having.
That's what Buck is for. That's what Buck is there for.
Yeah. Hey, the new Wesley. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know his name is different, but he's still Wesley in my opinion.
Luca drew first, so Buck is self-defense.
Yep. Yeah. At the same time, who's not to say that restaurant won't be spotless and witnesses won't say the King Mayor Fisk was dining by himself. We never heard this individual. It's easy. I mean.
And it was a silencer used, and he's like, "Well, dispose of the body, Buck. This is Buck's. This is what Buck do.
Yep.
This is his thing."
Set off like a whole nother, maybe potentially a war.
It would, but it also could be a message. It could.
I wouldn't say a war per se, because there has to be a vacuum. There's no vacuum. They're thinking that, okay, Fisk is being a mayor. He's up to something. We know that, but they're thinking that as well. But they're thinking, oh, he's going to be acting like either he's going to act like he's too clean to do anything, or him being there is going to mess up our progress. Well, Vanessa is there. Vanessa's like, y'all still sleeping on me. I told you what I need you to do. Just do that.
Yeah.
And everybody will be fine. But see, like Mal said, Luca was a habitual line stepper. We seen that when he walked in Fisk's office.
Yeah.
You just came in.
He was line fucking stepping when Fisk showed up in the first episode.
Yeah.
He was acting the fool.
Yeah, so like that. So that's what tells me Fisk and Vanessa were in on it. But those talks happened in person. There's no texts. There's those. They either happened in person or through somebody like Buck.
Now, here's the other reason why it kind of leans toward Vanessa trying some shit. Her boy toy's dead. I know she know that man is dead. She has to know that man is dead.
He was still breathing.
I think he was still breathing. All right, right.
He just beat the snot out of me. He's still alive. Yeah, he's still. Now, does she know he's? She probably doesn't know.
She doesn't know, but
she knows
with a full.
She knows he has him because of that conversation at with Heather at the site.
Yeah,
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
She may not have a full knowledge of where he is or anything else.
Right.
So her I don't know really is I don't know in terms of this man's still alive. I just don't know where he is.
Right.
I don't know, like he just dropped off the face of the earth and stopped messing with him.
There's something there, man. There's a little line of a get back, a little bit of a get back that she still.
Oh yeah.
needs to do
Oh
for
yeah,
him,
yeah.
Which is why that's.
She's not.
She want to give
She's
him back.
there. Yeah, she's there, but she's very cautious.
Of course.
She's just like, her texting Luca saying, "Oh, he's by himself." She knows in her heart of hearts, he ain't walking out of there.
Right.
There's no way.
No.
So she was just like, "Yeah, this dude's been stepping over the line. He's just in the way. Listen, the ones that he is in the way, we need to get rid of him. Plain and simple."
If only she didn't ask Kingpin to promise not to kill him.
Yeah.
That's the only thing keeping Adam alive.
Yeah. So he was like, and he'll keep his promise to his wife. Don't kill him. You about to do something, just don't kill him.
See, the fact that she said don't kill him just confirms Kira he knows. She knows where Adam is. But
not know where he is, but knows she knows her husband. She knows her husband's going to keep his word, but she knows he got him.
Yeah.
She just don't know where. So like when the psychiatrist was talking to him, when Heather was talking to him, and they both said, "I don't know," she really don't know. That's a plot. She know he's still alive. She just don't know where he is. That's fair.
But do you really want to be with a guy that tried to fight a dude with an axe and still got his ass whooped?
Not if she keeps rubbing in, "Oh, he's an artist with his hands." It was like, look, not in front of don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, that last beating was on you. You want to be descriptive and shit.
And he took every one of those scenarios you put out there to the world into his ass.
Yeah. So it's a very delicate, at the same time, coordinated relationship that they have. And they're smart about how they communicate, because they're in person, they're and she's in the shadows as far as all that business is concerned.
Right.
They'll toxic.
Yeah. And still, but in the public eye, that's his wife. They're going through some things. They are working on their marriage. And as the mayor's wife, let's be fake. Let's be honest. How many times do you hear about a mayor's wife? You really don't.
Right?
You really don't. So
you really don't.
So
you really don't. You really don't.
So it's like, so she can play the cut and not. She don't have to worry about people hounding her or everything else. Nobody's gonna be looking for the mayor's wife for anything.
Unless she's hosting a dinner party, apparently.
That's about it. So that delicate relationship that they have of, just like when he told Buck, "Thank you, Buck." He didn't miss a step
at all. Right. At all.
He didn't miss a step. He's just eating it. Dude came out. Buck said, "Pop." He's like, "Thank you, Buck." Kept on cutting the steak. Like, after you're done, ask Vanessa if she wants her whatever that dish was. And okay, Miss Fisk.
And this is why Buck says, "I'm gonna keep my job employed. I'm just gonna do as I'm told."
Well, see, he said the reason why he brought him on is because he sees things asymmetrically. He sees both sides of it. You know who to bring by. Buck is that guy.
Yep.
He's walking between worlds. It was like you notice he's there, but you don't notice he's there.
But when it's time for him to go to work, though,
like I didn't see this man in the shadow.
No.
I didn't see this man standing in the shadow. I'm like, wait a minute. So when it happened, I'm like, dude, he was in plain sight. Just waiting. Drax could never.
If I stand perfectly still.
So it was just one of the moments where I'm just like, oh, dude, you were right. Okay, you was on the money. You on, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fisk has security, yes. But he also got Buck.
But at the same time, though, about Matt, I think old girl has figured out Matt is Daredevil.
Oh
yeah,
bitch,
I think if she touches that cut on his leg next episode, she's definitely gonna find out.
Mm-hmm. The fact she lit him up, that was funny. I know
Right.
Matt was like, it was. I shot. She woke up and like, I shot him. I know. How do you know?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
You
How do you
slipped
know?
up. That's the slip up. How do you know?
He
I
said,
shot somebody?
Daredevil. He said my name. Yeah. And it was in duress. So
it's like she gonna go back and think about it. I never said my name to Daredevil, and yet he knew me. Maybe y'all met in the past life.
It's like pretty soon you're gonna have to tell Heather, and the way Kristen is moving,
Kristen,
you might have to, you might have to bring her in just to stop her from going full nuclear. Because she's like, yo, I rock with Cherry, I rock with Matt, but every time I turn around, y'all in the corner kikiing.
That's what makes me. It's what makes me think something may happen to her. Like if she kind of starts to look into stuff, like I'm afraid she's gonna be collateral damage.
She's gonna look the wrong direction, and either Matt's not gonna get it in time, or he will, and the relationship is gonna be implosive.
Yeah, she won't leave the firm. He's like, you can't be a competent lawyer. I gotta go my own way.
Yeah. It's like, and that's the thing. It's like, even if she doesn't find anything, it's the secretive actions that's going to be like, what is going on? Why won't you talk? We can't run this firm if you're going to be keeping secrets, not knowing what the secret actually is.
Right.
And Cherry won't say anything. He's too pissed because it's like, you said you wouldn't put it on again. Dude, what did you want him to do?
Stand there and do nothing?
Why hasn't Fisk exposed him? There's no mutually assured destruction at this point.
Actually, there is. He still has that little. Matt still has a little bit of evidence to where he could implicate Fisk.
Yeah,
because he sat there and said during the diner scene. He sat there and said that what's to keep me. He sat there and told when Fisk said what's to keep me from outing you out as Daredevil. He said the same thing to keep me from outing you out as the Kingpin.
So right now it's working in his favor right now.
Yeah.
But I literally do not know what that is.
The evidence that connects him to the hand from last season.
And enough drama to basically jam him up for 4 years so he can't accomplish anything, which he already got told by the billionaires. You're here part-time, we will just wait you out. And none of the swordsmen maybe. The rest of them may make it to the end of the show. But yeah, somebody said, I saw a tweet the other day. It's like Matt and Fisk at the ball next episode when they realized they broke their promises like within a week. And it was Huey and Homelander when they ran into each other at the movie premiere.
So it's safe to say that a lot of these relationships, they're going to be strained. Like the whole thing with Fisk and Matt, it's like, if you don't come over here, I won't come over there. And like with Matt being involved with Muse taking out, it helps Fisk because then Fisk can say, my team did this.
His new
Daredevil didn't do this, or Heather didn't do this. My task force did this. And he can pull that off. That's why Cole North had that look like.
Uh-oh.
He knew enough to shut up and walk out the room.
The Black Sixth Sense has kicked in.
He's literally been in that position before.
He's like, yes, sir.
Like the moment,
I'm gonna go outside.
The moment you knew there was fuckery afoot, nope, don't make a scene. Don't make a scene. Just calmly make it to the exit.
I'm gonna go on outside here. Yes, sir. You did great. Yes, sir. Thank you. Won't let you down. Play the role, just stay out the way.
Right.
So
just saying, but still, it was still crazy, but yeah, mutually assured destruction. And I still say the next episode, that was 7, so we had 2 more episodes to go.
Yeah,
2 more episodes.
And that one cop that Matt keeps running into,
that's still funny. He'll never tell anybody he got beat by a blind man, though.
He's like, it's him and using his baton to knock him out and then say, "Damn it!" It was
I was gonna say, did he just not snitch on seeing Daredevil for a split second, or are we just embarrassed?
No, he told him. He said he said something about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said something to Fisk about it, but outside of that, he ain't telling nobody else. He was just like, tired of whoever this is keep getting a drop on me. And
you really want to tell your buddies you got beat by a blind man?
This has not been my week. What is happening? How'd you get that black eye? Oh, we got drunk last night. We got into a fight. I'm fine. How'd you get that knot on your head? And it was like, slipped and fell.
Had a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Walked into a doorknob.
Walked into a doorknob. I'm just like, I know the time is coming where Matt is just gonna just righteously whoop off in this dude's behind and just say, "Oh, that felt good."
But it's amazing. But it's gonna come to the point where he's gonna have to admit you miss being Daredevil, which was what Frank was trying to say the entire time. You miss the violence. You miss doing what you believe was the rightful thing, and now you decide to be a pacifist. You can't be a pacifist and a hero at the same time.
It's Nightcrawler deals with this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you can't be a preacher and be an X-Men. You got to find the line, my guy. Knock him out cold or something. You can.
My mind keeps going back to Cecil from Invincible. You can be a good guy, or you can save the world, but you can't be both.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that it's definitely coming to a head. Jesus, I think, what is it? Are they doing 2 next week or just the 1?
I want to say just the 1. We got a bit of a content gap here between now and Thunderbolts. I don't know if they're trying to wrap up in time for that.
Probably because that's
nope, 1 of 1. So episode 9 will be on April 10th. Oh no, I am wrong. So episode 9 and 10 will both be on April 10th.
Oh.
So
we got 8. So we got 1 next week, and then the following week 2.
Yep, pretty much. So I had to double check the episode guide, but yeah, that's what's happening.
So yeah, out of here by the time Thunderbolts come through.
Yeah.
Where are you looking at for your stuff? For your
I went to the IMDb.
Okay, I believe that. Okay.
But yeah, I had to double check it. That's why I was like, let me make sure I say it's from right. But no, 8 and 9 are going to be on the same day, April 10th.
Yeah. Live stream show for that one, for at least one of the episodes.
We should be able to get through one of them. We can get everybody in here.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing a watch party 2 weeks from now.
Right.
For some reason, y'all love that stuff. I appreciate it.
You said the 10th next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah,
well, no.
3rd.
Well, wait, are we talking to? It's Tuesdays, right? That it comes out.
Yes.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be the 8th? Wouldn't it 8th and the 15th?
Yes, it would be the 8th and the 15th. It would be the day after my birthday.
Let me check one of the sources.
I got 2 separate episode dates. I got the 8th episode on the whatever the fuck date next week.
The 8th on the 8th.
and then tax day for the last episode.
Yeah, let me go to TV Guide because IMDb is questionable right now.
That sounds about right.
No, TV Guide says something different. You're right, Kara.
So 8th on the 8th, and then 2 on the 15th.
Yeah,
and then because Thunderbolts come out on the 2nd?
Yeah,
May 2nd. So that's a week and almost a week and a half. Yep.
That is going. Good old Thunderbolts.
And let me go get my tickets Monday.
Never mind. Sorry. Never mind.
Online, Laney. Online TV guide lady, they don't still send the book anymore. I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
That was good read. That was good. That was good reading material.
So many trees.
This is like that's like Reader's Digest. I don't even think they send Reader's Digest out anymore.
They still do.
Oh damn. Okay, I'm wrong.
I know TV guides from what Everybody Hates Chris and Seinfeld. They were phased out by my time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Then you had the rotating version, and that didn't work out too well.
I was gonna say it's like watching the Weather Channel on cable. You just listen for the music.
Just wait for it to roll by again. Like, oh.
And now
I learned how to memorize when shows and movies was coming out. Reading TV Guide.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Thursdays. Thursdays is mine. Don't you do it?
Same. Learn to read that in the back of DVD and VHS stuff.
Man, good old Columbia House.
Oh man,
Blockbuster on Hollywood Video. If you didn't have one nearby.
Well, it is that time.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
Thank you, Lisa. First up, our very own Lady Mandalore.
Hey, what it is, what it do, how I feel. You can find me
Anxiously unwrapping her gift.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh no, we getting into this tonight, baby.
You didn't. I thought you plugged it in already. It's still in the box.
Yes. What's the?
What did you get? An X or S?
X.
S.
Oh, I thought you were black.
I thought black was a bastard.
Oh, you went. Okay,
that does not sound right as I said it.
She went for the disc slot. Good for her.
Yes.
You should, and
well,
you get.
Wait, there's a joke. Pause. What was I gonna say? Yeah, y'all can find me Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for my little show called Room Full of Blurs. I do that show where I talk about indie comics with my lovely co-host, Mr. Navy Montel. I'm talking too much. You will find me sooner. Getting in the old Betty over here on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be playing South of Midnight for my very first game on Xbox. As I take it out the thing.
It looked like it smells new.
Oh, it does. That new car smell.
Refurbished.
Don't listen.
That new car smell, right along with that tape that's never been unsealed.
What's in that for, man?
Ain't no
the way you
stuff.
handling that.
So how much of a deal is refurbished? Because the Switch 2 wants you half your soul out here.
What is it? 1 terabyte?
Yeah, you probably have a
console.
Yeah, 1 terabyte on the console, and you can expand it up to 2 terabytes with.
No, I'm saying, what is the price for a refurbished one or an Xbox, a refurbished S? Because
I have no idea.
Well, right now S will probably run you anywhere from $320 to $350. X is still around $380, $400.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Now I say all this before F-47's tariffs kick in tonight.
I'll say that.
Wait, no, they still got to go to the House. They still the Senate already said no, but it's still got to go to the House.
Yeah.
His original tariffs, the ones he tried to push through.
The
ones he tried to push them.
Oh, the ones he tried to push through, yes. Okay, the ones he tried to push through, yes, but his original ones are still there.
So, and for the record, here's the educational part, ladies and gentlemen. An executive order does not mean an actual ruling. It still needs to go through Congress to get ruled. So everything that he's signing is nothing more than scare tactics.
I gotta work on my Vanna White because I can't point directly at it's like, yes, that part.
Everything, yes, he signed more executive orders than anyone. All you did was sign papers, my guy. You didn't do nothing.
I'm a big boy.
You forgot to sign one today, so that dementia's a real thing. So I'm just saying, Jesus. So please, people, whenever you hear executive order, just think that don't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know that suggestion box they have at your job.
That's what an executive order is.
That's all that is. That's all an executive order is. It's a suggestion box.
Tell it to my 401k.
Oh, well, that's a different story.
That's the stock market. I'm sorry, Whoopty, but ever since F47 started talking, stock market went to the bar and started drinking.
Yeah,
baby. Ooh, I forgot that I stopped investing in that. I'm glad I did because you ain't getting no more of my goddamn.
Although I will say this, the stock market actually dropping, and we kind of discussed this in our own Facebook chat. If you've ever wanted to buy stocks on the cheap,
now's a good time to do it.
Ooh,
just saying.
Let's see what Disney's at today, ladies and gentlemen. Last night it was at, what was it? 91.
I think you said 90. Yeah,
I do believe it's at 91. Tonight, if this loads,
12.
Disney.
If it's 12,
I'm
buying all in. I'm calling my son up. I was like, "Can we put it all on the dinner?"
It is a steal at $89.99.
Let me call my son up. Like, what we doing this weekend?
If you said 12, let me go straight 100.
Who can have one Disney, please?
Yes, I'll take one.
Also, damn you, Disney, for announcing the Goofy movie tour and coming to Dallas the weekend I won't be here.
That's petty.
Yeah, the Goofy.
This timing for conventions and stuff like in tours, it was like Grace Jones and Janelle Monáe. Like these, I never thought I'd see that happen, but I welcome it.
I'd love to see it happen.
I think it comes to all y'all cities at convenient times. It's just me. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be in a whole other city, but in the same state when y'all come through here. So that's lovely.
So our nail tactician, talk to the people.
You can find me on all platforms at What You Freaking Do. On by all platforms, I mean Instagram and TikTok. And if you're ever isn't TikTok supposed to go away tomorrow?
Unless Bezos has it. Nobody's.
Kira, get that get that last victory stream out.
That's fine. Oh, it'll still be across the world. I've got my very poor network I can rely on.
I agree with you. I have one of those too.
TikTok is still okay for now, even though there's like 5 different people wanting to buy it, but they're not saying who.
Yeah.
And if you're ever in the need for nails, whether they be nerdy or just something fancy, you can find me on Instagram at Fresh Pressed by Z.
She does weddings and bar mitzvahs too, as well as conventions.
Whoopty, you're going to Momo, right? You already got tickets.
I'm going now that Navy's coming, so I'm gonna pick a day and go and meet him out there.
Hold on, because I guess they liked this so much they pre-approved us for press and didn't bother to have me apply again. So before I canceled the tickets, I was like, does anybody in our crew go? Because they're nice people. I can give these to someone before I just be like, hey, thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. This I know Tafari is known. This man gets invited and he doesn't even apply no more.
Yeah,
he's reached that level.
I need to talk to Allied. I'm like, hey, what's happening? Do y'all
honestly? I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna talk to them when I see them again. But I'm gonna put the link back in the group chat. Everyone needs to apply for that, and then like Loki kind of harassed them via email when I did. Like, hey, what cities are y'all in again? Because I'll go. Like, y'all keep inviting me.
I'll go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just saying, centers and everything else. I'm prime real estate too.
I gotta redo my
trip.
Yeah, I gotta redo my my invitation today because my parents found out about it because they love vampire flicks and I guess they didn't know straight up until the most recent trailer. So their age is starting to show. But they're just like, yeah, we thought it was like mystics, and we know it was a vampire. So I was like, did you get an invite? I'm like, I just told them I only need 1 seat, so now I gotta ask them for 2 more.
Hey, you never know. Well, until you ask, the answer is still no.
Well, no, I gotta. They give you a form. It's like, how many chairs do you need? Who else coming? So I just told them it'll be just me. Now I gotta tell them like, hey, never mind that last thing I said.
Yeah, let me do that. Spartan, talk to the people.
Yes. Blacks_Spartan 615 on the social where you can find me. Shows are still going on, guys. We just covered How the Frack We Got Here just yesterday, which is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We cover everything that F47 has done along with his administration. Trust me, we covered quite a lot. Although shout out to Senator Cory Booker for breaking an old filibuster record that was held by a white racist supremacist.
Yeah,
So
there you go. Congratulations on becoming Black History, man. That was
exactly.
What a house, Strom Thurmond.
Yeah, by Strom Thurmond. Thank you. But yes, outside of that, myself, Tafari, and Joe will be on Get Bit Podcast tomorrow, covering all the information from CinemaCon, covering Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo lost their goddamn minds. At the same time, guys, podcasts can be found wherever podcasts can be seen or found. Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2. They said run your pockets, pretty much.
Hey, look, Dolphin Emulator about to have hella downloads to this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And get used to, and like Nintendo said, you can pay $80 to $90 for games now.
$80 for digital download? Are you out of your mind?
And an extra $10 if you want to hold it in your hand, which means GTA 6 is going to be $150 up front. You want the deluxe? You want the deluxe? That's a mortgage payment.
Podcasts can be found wherever podcasts can be seen or heard. Again, check out blurredseyeview.org site for our usual Chaos Demon runs it. Reverend Navy isn't here to give us his word, so I will simply say this, guys. Please don't doom scroll. Don't doom scroll. Protect your peace. Protect your peace of mind. Do something that makes you happy. And if you can do that same thing for someone else and make them happy or smile for a day, please do that. The world could use more of it. Please check out Tafari TV, because again, he has his own set of what to do and what not to do and how to avoid doing dumb stuff at cons. I simply give you 3 rules. Respect the cosplayer. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. At the same time, guys, hygiene is important. Please wash your ass. Please wash your hair. Please wear clean clothes. My kids, I have kids now. Kids can easily get your parents sick. I don't make fun of parents now. But if I find out you got me sick by getting my kids sick, I'm whooping your ass. And the last rule that I have for myself, that I have for everybody else: in a world that is cold, be nice, be kind, talk and share your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool. I want to shout out Hellspawn Cosplay, because I'm looking at some pics he put in our chat.
Man,
These six, man, they ain't even done yet, but these things are sick. Things are sick, boy.
That's a pretty motherfucker right there.
Oh man, these some sick boy. I could be on
Kira
cloud 9.
Kira turned into Bernie Mac just now.
Yeah.
Hey, something
The person that took these shots, these some good shots, right? I'm telling you, when you see these, boy, don't say you ain't gonna be able to tell him Nathan.
Oh dang, those are good shots.
Yeah. So Tafari, talk to the people.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I went to bed pretty annoyed at the planet this morning. But take things a day at a time. Life can be grand. Things can be placed in your hand at some point, at any moment, and an opportunity you could be waiting on has arrived. Stuff we have going on. Good Lord, April's gonna be busy. Okay, so yeah, I just had to resend my invitation for Sinners because my parents want to go now. So stay tuned for that. Wednesdays, I'll be streaming Walking Dead, the final season. First episode was yesterday. You already can see how this is going to go. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Friday, I was going to go back and redo a different game, but I also was sent an early access code for the premium edition for South of Midnight.
Nice.
So yeah, me, Kira, I believe Lainey, we got to, yeah.
I think maybe too.
I see some of our other people from BlurredCon are on right now.
Early access. Yeah, if you got early access, you should be able to play it now.
That one, it seems like it's going to be depending on how much you do exploration, it's going to be like an 8 to 11 hour game. So I'm going to do it in short bursts. But by all means, please support Kira and Lainey when they go on their journey for it. So what else do we have? Oh yeah, I have infiltrated the BlurredCon YouTube channel. So stay tuned for updates coming from that side of the world, as well as for an announcement regarding that tomorrow. Skits posted, what the life of the immortal and invincible, Kingdom Hearts 3 video where I speak very terrible Japanese with the help of Google Translate. I know I'm forgetting something else. Oh yeah, the amateur with not that white man we discussed last episode.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah, Mr. Robot and Morpheus. Mr. Robot and Morpheus's action thriller. I also got invited to an early screening for that as well. some of us will be doing press at MomoCon. I have to follow up on that as well. You'll be seeing I found a lot of I found many of the lost main stage files from BlurredCon, so we'll be rolling those out. So every time you get a notification from that channel, think of us. Oh yeah. Friend of the show, you've seen Kira's shirt is unfortunately having to close up shop. Shout out my man Ozzy the Virus. Tariffs are very much taking a toll on the business. Theft is real. It's a pain in the ass. He did give us a final discount code. I'll put it in the chat now. So if you've ever seen anything I wear in my videos or what we wear here or Fury's artwork, you got like I think next weekend to get it, and it's gone like for probably till the next presidency.
Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of which, I'm doing a giveaway. Speaking of which, I am doing a giveaway. If you look on his site, he does have selfie slumber party that stars Moon Girl, Penny Proud, Susie Carmichael in number 5, and Jigglypuff. I do have a canvas that I'm doing giveaway for. All you have to do is like on the IG page, follow and tag 2 of your friends, and we will make an announcement on the end of April. So that'll be April 30th. Well, actually further than that, maybe. I think it will be April 30th. Let's take a look at the date. I want to say it'll be April 30th, but I'll make that announcement of who the winner is. And actually the 29th, but I'll announce it on the 30th. But yeah. Stay tuned for that. We're doing some couple of unboxings as well from Astria Legends and our very own Shayna with her new book, Hair University. So you'll be seeing that. Now, onto the regular stuff. You can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. You can catch us everywhere you listen to your podcast. You can also watch us live on or past shows on APR TV. That's Always Press Record. Shout out to Trey Lawson. So Always Press Record as APR TV through your Roku devices and Amazon Fire devices as well. Sign up for Blur Station. We're still here with some more news. So shout out to Studio Moyo, who is our latest strategic partners. To Studio Moyo, a very Black-owned animation studio to tell stories that matter to us and everyone out there. So be sure to go give them a follow on IG or wherever it is that you do your social media handles. Shout out to Studio Moyo. Thank you for joining the Blurred Station family. As you see, we are still working. As you see, we are still here. And as you can see, we are not dead. Now, so we sign off. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and also encourage yourself and others. Whew, that was a mouthful. But as we do with every show, we will see y'all. Have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble. Go stream. Go play South by Midnight by Compulsion Games. Shout out to Compulsion Games. I'm going to go ahead and sign up for my Game Pass and get my action on right now. Get this done.
Kira's still trying. There it is.
Go ahead. Go to Ozzy the Virus. Go to that website. It's in the chat right now. I'll throw it up right quick here so everybody can see it. Go over there. Get your clothing now while you got.
The code is Farewell15, so everybody gets a discount. I think he said between the 7th and the 10th is when he's closing up shop. We are very much seeing the effects of the Hellion from non-heaven that is 47.
I say F47.
If any of y'all need help, like that's what this platform is for. Y'all, we run commercials and very much are open to the masses. Just
drop us a line. We are not afraid. Remember to watching people stand up and fight. There's still a fight to go on. Don't doom scroll, please don't doom scroll. And keep your asses home on April 5th. I should say that.
Sit your black ass down.
Thank you. We will see you next Tuesday. We're out of here.